What's going on, y'all? Master Teacher of Attraction, back with another podcast. So, in this podcast, I wanted to talk about being true to your inner world and your inner voice. Okay? And I'm going to give some life experience from my personal self, and hopefully it help you. Okay? So, yeah, man, check it out. So, let me start off with my experience. All right, so y'all know most of us, we're always being pushed into a certain lane of what people think that we should be doing, especially if you're smart. Okay, like me, I was very smart in school. I could have made a lot of money giving answers, even if they was wrong, but giving answers to other students. I was asking for answers to quizzes and homework. I could have charged, if I would have been brought up with the entrepreneurial mindset, I would have been making money all throughout school. Sometimes I wish I could go back and just replay everything, make a little PayPal link. Somebody, a lot of girls would do that too. Hey baby, just go ahead and send me some money to my PayPal. I give you any answers you need. Just go ahead and make sure you throw a couple dollars, $200 a month, and I slide you whatever you need as far as answers. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't have the mindset yet. I ain't have the knowledge either. But it is what it is. But check it out. So, we're pushed into certain lanes that sound good logically, but the reason I say you want to bring that logic along with your inner gut feeling is so you don't hit a whole bunch of hangups. Because what I found, like with my experiences, is when you're on the wrong path, you start to have a whole bunch of hardships consistently. Poverty, hardships, illness, things like that of that nature is gonna show up. Okay, it's there to test. It's there to test your knowledge. It's there to test your manhood. But when it's consistently happening, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, is considered insanity. Shout out Einstein, right? So with me, everybody was saying, man, you should work with animals. You should work with animals. You should be a veterinarian. Okay? Because I've always had pets. I've had green iguanas. I've had leopard geckos, emperor scorpions. I like dogs and cats. Like I like fishing. I got a real love for animals. Like one day I just want to have a big ass house with a whole bunch of animals in one sector of the house. We getting there though. I got a little plan for that. But yeah, man. So I ended up going to college for vet tech, certified vet tech. That's basically the name of it. And you got to get a license to work as that. But everybody was, looking down on me for that because they wanted me to be a veterinarian because it make more money. But see, they wasn't thinking from the perspective of, okay, you want me to be a veterinarian, but who gonna pay all them student loans or who gonna pay all that school? And I don't even know if I like doing it that fashion because I already know how I am. If I don't like what people is doing from a medical perspective, or they just giving pills away and not telling them the real about how to actually take care of the animals, I'm not gonna want to do that. And I would have wasted all that money. And I'm gonna be the one, having to pay all that at the end of the day. All right? So that's why I took the vet tech route. And then, long story short, I still ended up being very unhappy. It'd be days where I would come back home and I'm like, man, I'm getting paid $12 an hour, and I'm highly specialized, got all these skills in this line of work. And people's thinking I'm getting a whole bunch of money because of the status that I hold from my education, but I'm not getting a whole bunch of money from this. And not only that, I started learning about what the medical profession really was. And they don't care about the health, the true health, which is from the nutrition. They don't care about that. That's not what makes the money for them. So they give medications and take off legs, take out, arteries and things, so they can make a couple of extra dollars off of that until the animal dies. Okay? And I wasn't with that no more. So the truth started coming out within me to not do that shit no more. That was not my path. Okay? Because I knew better. All right? Third eye started opening up and everything. I know YouTube don't want to hear that. So, yeah, man. So, long story short, I left that profession because I couldn't do it no more. And that's how I ended up doing, things like Grubhub, and just independent contractor work, and started looking more into what is it that I really want to do. I've always wanted to help other organisms, whether they're humans or animals. Okay? So I still want to do something for animals. That's just later down the road. But that's how I started coming up with this YouTube stuff. I noticed a lot of dudes was having issues with women. So I've never had issues with women. Matter of fact, I've been pretty blessed in that area. So I started giving out, game on that and how to go about it. And then, all my other experience, I put it on this YouTube channel to help young men, because a lot of us, due to our predicaments and where we grew up, aren't given the knowledge we need to succeed, especially to start a business. And see, that's another thing, man. Like, even when I look at my natal chart, which y'all should get your natal chart, it's written in stone for me, astrologically, to be a businessman. Like, when I work these jobs, man, I can't do it because I know, first off, I'm smart. Probably just like you. I'm smart. I'm a man. It don't make sense for me to, be told what to do by another man for the rest of my life. How a woman gonna respect me if I'm working, thinking I'm gonna get something at the end of 30 or 50 years when I retire? But I had to, bend over my ass backwards for another man. That shit sound gay to me. Okay, when you put it that way. So, that's why, with me, I'm happiest when I can be on the move. That's why I got this van. I can lay down a blanket in this motherfucker. I can go fish wherever I want to when I'm not working, and just put in all my energy into my craft, which is, this podcast, YouTube channel, and building my offline, companies. I run a advertising and marketing company, because that's one of my major other skills that I put a lot of money into, learning how to do it. So I started a business about that, and I can't wait to get that off the ground. But that's, like, I'm gonna look back at this podcast years down the road, and I'm gonna be like, damn, I made that shit, and now I'm making $30,000 a month. But I only did that because I went through my experiences and everything and started listening to my true nature, my true gut feeling within. And you may be going through the same thing. So please go ahead and listen to this experience that I described from my perspective, so you don't have to make as many mistakes and waste as much time as I did. Now, granted, I still caught on to things in my 20s, but if I would have caught on when I was 19 or 20, man, I would have been putting in the type of work I'm putting in now towards my goals. I would have been, where I want to be by now. But I didn't start catching on till 25, 24. Okay, so I still got some work to put in, a couple more years to put in. Could happen anytime, but you know what I'm saying? The earlier you start to listen to your inner world and realize that there's other things out here to help guide you along, that like you ain't, because a lot of people be scared, oh, I ain't gonna get no income and things. You got a whole bunch of things out in this gig economy. Get you a car. The main thing is having a car. I like vans because you can make money in them, and you can throw down a blanket in the back of that motherfucker, stay in the area, get your bread, and sleep out in that area, and then go back to your crib. So, just my thoughts. I'll talk to y'all next time. Hopefully